we start the weekly chart of the euro dollar. We can see that already on Monday, the euro has managed to make a big swing to the downside to the area of 106.20. Have a look at the previous candle. It was a candle with long upper and sizable lower shadow, a very small body. It is more like a spinning top, a sign that the market is in the situation of uncertainty and the bulls are not really sure that they can continue pushing the pair to the upside. As this candle formed after several bullish candles, here we are seeing a natural reaction of the market and the decline which is taking place here. Now let's switch to the daily chart to see that the pair hasn't reached the top of the daily Ishimoku cloud and hasn't reached the 100-day moving average. They are located in 108, 108.20 area, but I still recommend to memorize these levels in case we see some reversal and to understand that this is the levels which would be very difficult for the euro to break during this week and even later. So this is the source of the bearish pressure on the euro dollar, and we can see that on the daily chart the MACD indicator is declining. It has even crossed bottom upside down the signal line, so the picture here looks negative. We can see that there is 50-day moving average which is located at 105.80 mark, and the bottom of the daily Ishimoku cloud support provided by November minimums. This is located around 105.50 if we don't have to be very precise, but it is somewhere here. So 105.80, 105.50 is what we can see from this daily chart. And now the 4-hour chart, it clarifies the picture, I think, for us. We can see that during January, during the 4 weeks, the pair was in the bullish trend, and we can describe this figure, this chart pattern, as a wedge. This wedge was formed after the pair's decline. It was a rising wedge, and as it could be expected, this wedge was broken to the downside. Here I have the weekly pivot indicator. The fact that the pair is trading below this light blue line, located at 107.09, means that the overall pressure on the pair is negative. It has already reached the first weekly support at 106.45 and dropped below this level. The next weekly support is located at 105.92 and at 105.27. So from the previous chart, we can remember that support levels were in the area of 105.50, 105.80. We know that there can be many support levels on Forex market, and sometimes we should be speaking about not exact levels of support, but about support areas. So 105.50, 105.27 is where I would focus. I think that the pair is perfectly capable of reaching these downside targets. We can also try to get some additional information from the Fibonacci levels, take Fibonacci levels of this recent increase. Of course, this way we have just too many indicators on one chart, but still we can see that the 50% Fibonacci retracement corresponds more or less been 105.50 mark, and 61.8% is roughly in the area of 105.50. So you can use Fibonacci levels instead of these weekly pivot levels for your trading. It's just the indicator you feel more comfortable about. But all indicators here, all the measurements say that the euro will test further levels on the downside. In addition, if we try to take the size of this wedge, it is about 28.33 points. From here, it would be even somewhere closer to 104 mark. So targets around 105.50, 105 look perfectly safe in terms of the bear's ability to reach these targets. If there is some bullish reaction, some retracement of the pair to the upside, there will be resistance in the area of 106.85. This is where the pair breached support line, and the weekly pivot level at 107.09. Last week's highs in the area of 107.60 will also act as a resistance here. But I don't think that the pair will go as far as to 107.60. There will be more pressure in the area of 107.10 for the pair to try to overcome. So technical picture is more or less clear for the single currency. The fundamental factors which may allow the euro to get to our downside targets are comments from the ECB President Mario Draghi and probably the EU area's growth and inflation data, which are due on Tuesday. So watch comments of Draghi, watch the data releases, and also, of course, the US dollar side of the things will be also important. If we are expecting that the US dollar index will try to test higher levels this week, then it's pretty logical to assume that the euro dollar in its turn will try to test lower levels. So the picture is more or less complete here as we are talking about the euro dollar.